Hello YouTubers, I'm just going to give you an update. I done yesterday installed the first two pieces of concrete board, and I've been doing update videos but I lost them somehow. I'm not recording or something, so hopefully this will work this time. I'm going to take it right in there and add it to the photographs that I did capture. So that's the knee wall framing. These are all the 1x2s that'll box it in. You can see how we boxed in the concrete board with 1x2 on both sides, and the outside of the concrete board has got a wood grain effect, and it's all boxed in, the framing. And we'll put the screen framing in this area and close this off with the screen, but the bottom will be just as you see it, minus a paint job. So another thing that I got photographs of but didn't do any good video, so get that all closed in there. No caulk and paint. We got each one of these cells that lead into the attic space closed in. We got caulk and paint, and we got the soffit on there all the way down. And you can see how it's level with the house, but not level with the roof, because the roof has got the pitch to let the rain run off. And we got this all closed in where we had that V-shape opening, so that's a big step. Now we're venting the attic and we're covering up all them ugly old trusses and scabs they had added on there. So there's some more of the openings to the attic that are blocked off on this side from the, and if I got any leftover 1x2s, I'll add some more 1x2 to make this look a little cooler before we paint or stain or whatever we're going to do in the ceiling. I know we're going to use this light blue that's on the wall to paint all the posts and everything before we put the screen track on, so it'll match the front porch. But the ceiling may be a different story. So concrete board came out really nice. This stuff is tough and heavy, and I cut it with a tile saw on the skill saw. This is an old Craftsman's I've had for 20 years or more. I had to replace the bearing in it several years ago, and let's take the regular blade off that I use for scrap cuttings and put the tile saw blade on there that came out of the tile saw. And that's my regular everyday use fine cut skill saw. Then I got a heavy duty crappy Ryobi there that works really good for all this little stuff. Give me nice straight cuts. Just a lot of measuring and nailing. I'm screwing the top ones on from underneath because it's too hard to nail upside down. So other than that, I know I did a lot of videos that I couldn't find on this roof, so I'm going to show you that now that it's all shingled and dried in. That 6 bundles of shingles and roll and a half of 30-pound tar paper, some drip lip, and a little bit of fascia board. The soffit under here is closed in, and we put some dead wood in there, closed it all in and caulked, so it's all ready to paint. See how that came out really nice. That was a little day or two job. I think I spent 2 days on that, and of course my dad was helping me finish this off on the roof. He was a big part of it. So there's the end of the roof job and the new shingles. Everything's dried in up there. The only thing I need to do is get up there and wash off my solar panels. All that stinking oak tree falling. So just giving you an update. A short time here. Uploading a bunch of photographs today with this video. We'll work on this next week some more, get this concrete board finished and start finishing up the caulking and painting, and then we'll be ready to put the screen on and buy a new screen door for there and move this screen door over here and take out the framing in that breezeway. And then we got details like, oh, what kind of ceiling fan to pick, and I got some LED lighting. I got all kind of stuff to put up here. Electrical. I'm thinking about putting a sink over here because I got plumbing on the other side of the wall where the washer and dryer's at. I don't know yet what we're gonna do, but the main thing is getting it bug proof, mosquito proof, and enjoy the shade. You can see right now this time of day, I think it's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and solar panels are making lots of electricity. And it's nice and shady here in the porch. So this is going to change the way we spend some time outside, having this closed in, screened in. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Good afternoon, YouTubers. Just an update again. We got all the knee wall done and painted on the inside and the out. The ceiling's all done and painted. We'll put screen up, or maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Might work on the electrical, but came out really good. I do have a little touch up on the brown to do, but the knee wall part is done. Came out really good. So, of course, my dad was over again to help. Did all that painting and caulking. Got everything caulked in good and painted. We're going to redo the floor after we get done with everything else, because floors are always last. So here's the latest new addition. We're going to put a TV up there. Cool. And that box is going to be the outlet to feed power for the TV, and you can see the pipe coming through the wall. And then we'll have a switch here for the fan and the light. And then we'll have another pipe going down to a 4-gang box with 2 duplex receptacles. And then this pipe here will go up and over to the fan. And there'll be another box up there for junction to the lights, because I'm going to use some LED lighting in here, I think. So, other side of the wall, we put an LP, and all that's glued together and screwed, mounted to the wall. And this is a separate circuit just for this little freezer. It's a small freezer that we use. But this is a separate circuit on its own breaker, 20 amp rated. So the load on this freezer is only like 3 amps. And we'll have a TV and a fan, so out there it will be a very small circuit load. But it'll be on its own breaker other than this little freezer here. So that's how we got through the wall to get power out there. Of course, we got to pull wire and everything yet, but don't do that till you get done with all the vibrant piping and strapping in boxes. And we'll turn it on. So that gives you an idea of where this is coming from. And the TV we're putting up here is a pretty good size. It goes from the edge of this inverter all the way over to the edge of the opening. So it's a pretty good sized TV. I don't remember what size it is. Got it on sale. And it's a smart TV, so it automatically Wi-Fi linked to the router and the network. And then later on, I'll bring coax out here from my digital antenna. Now, I don't use cable. We just have internet. But all our channels that we watch on regular TV and local news and weather and movie channels and stuff like that come from this antenna. I've had that for at least 15 years, maybe more. Came from when I moved from another house. I moved it with me. But that feeds all the TVs in the house. We got one in the office, one in the master bedroom, one in the living room, one in the kitchen on top of the refrigerator. And now there's going to be another one out here. All those will be hooked to the coax, and they're all smart TVs. So they hook to the internet too. All the ones inside are hardwired Ethernet. And this one out here, I'm just going to use wireless because I have a secure router that's got my own 5G signal. It's not the cable provider's router, it's my router. So that's something else that's cool about your content of what you watch. And even in the she shed, my wife has got a big screen TV in there, and we have another digital antenna up on the peak there, aiming the same direction, and it picks up we probably get about 35 channels altogether, which is more than enough for watching PBS and CBS, NBC, ABC. All of them are broadcasting free signal, and those things work really good for free TV. So far as TV goes, we'll run a new coax into here from the kitchen, which is not too far away, 15-20 feet in the attic, and then come down. And I'll probably be easier to bring it down. I can take this soffit out pretty easy and move it out of the way enough to get the coax. Good little challenge there is how to get the coax out without making them look crappy or look like a halfway job. So we'll come up with something to bring that coax out. And because the soffit is easily removed or slid out of the way, you can unsnap it in sections and scoot it out of the way a little bit. If I have to, I can take it loose on this end down here and slide a couple panels out and get access to the attic real easy that way. That'll be the challenge when we get to it. For now, the main thing is to go ahead and get the power done for the lights and the fan and the TV out here. And we'll have a convenience outlet down at the bottom. Later on, we'll probably build cabinets in here and we can tap off that convenience to feed anything we put in the cabinet. I do have a little under-counter refrigerator that I might put in there, but we'll see how that goes. So there's your latest update. All the ceiling is done, painted, and done. And soffit and everything. Came out really good. So, have a nice day. Afternoon, YouTubers. We are on the final legs of the porch install. We got the electrical wiring pulled and terminated. You can see the outlet up there for the TV. Pipe down the switch for the fan, and then a dimmer switch for the light on the fan and the LED lights that we'll put up, and then a 4-gang outlet down below. And then we got a little plug strip up there that's tied to the dimmer switch, and we can plug our LED lights into, which are over here. These are Bluetooth. We'll get to putting those up once we get the screen doors done, because that's all I got left. The screen is done on all the openings except the screen door. And you can see we got the framework screwed down and then the screen rolled in there with the rubber roller. It's like a big long O-ring that you jam in there with a reel. And that goes all around. Of course, we got all the painting done, a little bit of touch up to do here and there. And I had just enough of this cover stuff to cover it all up. That's the last little spot there that needs to be sealed off. And then the screen door and the framing is there in front of the shed. We'll work on putting that in tomorrow, this screen door here. And then we'll take that screen door loose and move it over there. And we got the TV done out here. That's one of my videos playing on it. That is Wi-Fi connected to the home network. That video was before we got the knee wall done. So, made real good progress today with the screen, getting that all on, and everything is tight like a drum. It's a little bit of an art to doing this. I sort of, when I cut it off the roll, you can see the roll in there. I cut it off the roll. It's a lot, probably 8 or 10 inches bigger all the way around. And I use a staple gun and just tack a couple staples in along the top, and one at the bottom. You can see there where the staple was, and usually a wrap around the edge somewhere and take one on the side so it's fairly straight in the opening, and then take the rubber tubing stuff, which is here in this bucket, call it bulk spine. It's like a rubber rope, and using a tool like this or other type of tool that rolls, and it's got that little groove cut in it, and you push on it really hard, jam it down in that. Here's a piece of that track, so when the screen's laying over it, using that rubber and the tool, and you jam it down in that groove and roll it up. So do that along the top first. Make sure it's fairly straight and it's still in line with the opening everywhere. And then if I have to, while I'm getting ready to do the bottom, I'll take a couple staples out as I go. Make sure it's nice and straight all the way around, and then roll that rubber spline in the bottom, and that pulls it taut and straight from top to bottom. And then you just put the side in, one side at a time, and then do the last side, and that pulls the tension on the screen when you roll it into that groove and makes it nice and tight. So that was a big step to get this screen done, because that's the whole object of this room. And now that's over with. Put the screen doors on and do a little more caulking. My wife wants to caulk some cracks here and there. Some more touch-up paint, do the final. Probably wouldn't hurt to caulk along that bottom there, and little places we didn't think about around that door frame. Up there at that corner. So do all that detail work, do the touch-up paint, and then we're ready to decide what to do with the floor. I don't know there yet. That's a new challenge. May just give it a new paint job and leave it at that. I don't know yet. We'll see. But the bulk and the joy of accomplishing something is done. So thanks guys for taking part in this build. There will be a few more videos as we finish up, and we're gonna put a flat top grill in that corner maybe, and build some cabinetry around that meter and inverter and all, and hide it in the cabinet, and build a lower cabinet with a sink and a little under counter refrigerator. So I don't know what that'll look like yet. Haven't done any plans for it yet, but there'll be more videos to come as we finish this. It's not really an addition on the house, it's just a screen room. Built like a tank. So thanks for watching. Hello boys and girls, YouTube, my followers, those who don't follow. So been slaving away today on this new cabinet for the back porch build. I'm gonna go in there underneath that other cabinet I put up to cover up the inverter, and this will have a birch hardwood countertop on here. Got a little under counter refrigerator in here. Shelf down below. I got 3 more shelves I'm going to build on this side, and then that sink, this stainless steel sink, is going to go in the middle here. So you can see my handiwork. This is 1/4 inch birch plywood with the barn door effect on it. Some cabinet hinges. I got to get a couple more magnetic latches to these outer doors. And then the face came out nice. Or face frame on a cabinet. The doors protrude out a little bit, and that gives a nice effect. And countertop's going to hang over the edge about 1 inch or so, 1/2 inch maybe. So I got 2 little pieces to cut to cover up that base down there. This side stuff, I got some left over here. So I built both them cabinets, this one on the porch now, and this one here, 2 sheets of this stuff. And then I got one sheet of this sticker for the top. Little blocks in there to keep the refrigerator from scooting around anywhere other than where it should be. So tomorrow I'm going to build some shelves and cut the countertop to fit. Get ready to paint. But we made good progress today hanging the doors and getting the face frame cleaned up. So had a lot of embedded construction screws in the face frame, but those covered up with wood putty real good. And when you paint it, you'll never know they were there. Did a little sanding on it. Well, it came out really nice. I like it for an outdoor kitchen cabinet. It's pretty nice. So, and you an update. Thank you for watching.